G'day guys, Disney Dave coming at you once again from Down Under with another installment of Behind the Classics. Today we are taking a look at the 56th animated feature in the Walt Disney Animation Classic canon. It's a film featuring the very first Polynesian princess, although don't go calling her princess, and nominee of 2 Academy Awards, including Best Animated Feature. It is of course 2016's Moana. Moana is actually one of the few Disney features that didn't have an incredibly troubled production. The movie is nothing but a labour of love from John Lasseter, Ed Catmull and their team at Disney. Following on from such movies as Princess and the Frog, Tangled, and the enormously popular Frozen, the studio was once again steered towards another folktale classic. We have previously established that one of the goals for Lasseter and Catmull upon taking over Disney Animation was the revitalisation of fairy tale and folklore storytelling. However, as Lasseter notes in The Art of Moana, I was interested in looking beyond just European folktales. Every single corner of the earth has amazing myths and legends, and I was excited to find really great stories from all over the world that could be shared in animated films that would last for generations. Helming the film once again were legendary directing duo Ron Clements and John Musker, who approached Lasseter with the idea of basing their next fairy tale classic on the legends of the South Pacific. Musker had become intrigued with the fantastical stories of the demigod Maui, and believed it would make a wonderful animated movie. The entire animation team fell in love with the idea, and it was a no-brainer to put Moana into production. Of course, not without first making a research trip to the South Pacific Islands. With the aid of South Pacific experts who formed a story trust, assuring the film was both culturally accurate and sensitive, Moana went through 9 different story versions and multiple writers, but the end result was nothing but spectacular. Although the idea of producing the film as a traditional animation was actually tried and tested, the filmmakers realised quickly that the film's environments and characters truly called for a computer animated landscape. Moana would then mark the first fully computer animated film to be directed by Clements and Musker, albeit with small sections of traditional animation in the form of Maui's tattoos. Funnily enough, on the contrary to how I feel about Princess and the Frog, I couldn't imagine seeing Moana any other way. The animation in this movie is nothing short of spectacular. Everything from the characters to the gorgeous Polynesian landscapes and the incredibly photorealistic water are such a treat to the eyes. In my opinion, Moana sports some of, if not the greatest computer animation of all time. The characters here are incredibly inspirational and the performances are wonderful, especially that of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who goes above and beyond anything he's ever done before. The movie's music is catchy and memorable, and its buddy road trip picture inspired story is a whole boatload of fun. Every element in this movie is a staple of and is reminiscent of the much lauded Disney films of the late 80s and early 90s. With that, I feel that Moana is the greatest movie that Disney have produced for 15 to 20 years, and completely blew any expectation I had for it way out of the water. Moana was received well by critics, and at the 2017 Academy Awards, the film would go on to be nominated for 2 Oscars. One for Best Animated Feature Film, and one for Best Achievement in Music for Motion Pictures Original Song for How Far I'll Go. Moana would lose the Best Animated Feature Film Oscar to other Disney contender Zootopia, also released in 2016. And with that, Clements and Musker continued to prove that they still had it in them to deliver an amazing story and an amazing movie after all that time. And Lasseter and Catmull proved that Disney Animation was once again in incredible hands. It was clear that the Disney engine surely hadn't run out of steam just yet, and surely wouldn't in the foreseeable future. If we can take anything from Moana and the films that had preceded it, we were truly in the period of the new Disney Renaissance. Thank you for joining me for this installment of Behind the Classics. If you've enjoyed this mini documentation and would like to join me for future installments, to make sure you keep up to date, please, after the jump, hit subscribe. Thank you once again for watching, and to absolutely everybody out there, I hope you have a magical day.